Junaid Mohammed, elder statesman and Second Republic lawmaker, on Wednesday said Pastor Adeboye cannot claim he is ignorant of developments in President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, with one of his protege, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, as the number 2 man in the country. Adeboye had led a protest last Sunday against mindless killings in the country, where he carried a placard and called for an end to bloodshed in the country. The cleric stressed that whether a Christian or a Muslim, every life is precious to God. Shortly before the war against insecurity, Adeboye said every soul lost to insurgency was precious to God. Pray that evildoers in the country should be exposed. Reacting to the protest, Junaid, in a chat with Daily Independent, said, "I don't like talking about people's religion or religion movements. It is not my favorite topic, but I would have thought that unless somebody wanted to be mischievous, Adeboye cannot claim to be ignorant of what is happening in Buhari's government when his boy, the number 2 man in his church, RCCG, is the number 2 man in the country." So guys, I don't know what this man is just trying to get at, because every issue they just want to say something, and most of the time they try to turn everything around. This man is a very controversial person. Well, I don't know what he meant by that. If Osinbajo is close to, or is one of the pastors in Adeboye's a church, and Osinbajo happens to be the vice president as a number 2. And I don't know, in the recent, I don't know what that has to do with Adeboye. Of course, you might not want to say they have a good relationship. The question we even need to ask is that even the president's wife is very funny. Even the president's wife, does she even know what is happening in the presidency? Is she not the one who is always coming out? Somebody that is even a better half of the president, she does not even know. She's always coming out to cry out, oh, this and this and that. And everybody knows how even Osinbajo himself has been treated. How he has been treated is, at least, it's a known fact. It's really a known fact. It's not a secret that everybody knows, that Osinbajo does not even know much about what is happening in that presidency. If the president's wife could be coming out every now and then, complaining, crying to the public, I think it's, for some time now, we've not been hearing much about her. I don't know what, maybe they've already settled her, or she just tried to be calm, because a lot of people, when she comes on social media, people always bounce her back, that go back. You don't need to come and tell us, go and do your homework. After all, she even said she does not have pillow talk. Somebody who is a better half of the president does not have a pillow talk with her husband, let alone Osinbajo that the cabal has been dealing with. The cabal, they have been dealing with the president's wife. So how much will Osinbajo know? Even as at now, we don't even hear much from him. We always complain about how can he be there, things like this have been happening, and he does not even say a word. He does not even, lift a finger or say anything. He just tries to be calm. He doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So, like I said, Junaid Mohammed is somebody who is always controversial, because I don't know what he's trying to tell us. Even if the president himself does not even know much things that are happening, is it the vice that will know? Let alone that the cabal, they've already hijacked the presidency, according to the president's wife. If the president's wife could be crying here and there, that even the president, that they don't even take directives from him, that the spokespeople of the president, mostly, to be specific, Gabashewu, that whatever her husband tells him to do, he does not do it. He will go and take directives from this so-called cabal. And that was what she was complaining about. So what are we talking about? How much do you think Osinbajo is going to know? So that's just my own concern. Adeboye has done its own bit. People have been accusing him all this while that you don't talk, you don't do anything, you don't say whatever, But he's now beginning to do his own things. We have somebody like a Oyedepo. Everybody has his or her own style of doing things, of relating their own opinion or what they feel about something. Adeboye, people were like, oh, it was a prayer walk. It is not really a prayer walk. It means it, but the most important thing is it was a protest, and he just turned it to prayer. So it was really a protest, because if you want to pray, the church is there for you to pray. But for you to start going around and you are carrying placard, it was really a protest. And he has already done his own bit by letting people know, by letting the government know that this thing is not working well. To a very large extent, I can agree with Mohammed that because he's close to him, it is only what Osinbajo knows that he will relate to Adeboye in the first place. How much does he know? How much does Osinbajo knows, as even as we speak? So, like I said, Adeboye has done his own part, because I don't know why this guy is saying this and this and that. Well, he's entitled to his own opinion. All we want is let there be peace. Let there be peace. If whether it is even what Adeboye, the few things he knows that prompted him to even say, okay, let him go on a protest, because what he must have known, he might not even like it. That is another thing, another side to the whole thing. Maybe it is the reason, the little things or the few things he knows, or whether much he knows, that prompted him to say, okay, let us go on a protest. We call it prayer walk or whatever, but the most important thing is that the message has been sent that what is happening, it is not what everybody, anyone who has conscience would like, which he has done. So that is just my own opinion. But let Oshiba just continue to be there. We don't even know what he's even doing. We can't even see what he's really doing. But in my opinion is that if the president's wife could be complaining here and there, crying up and down, say, oh, I don't know what is happening and all of that. I don't even have a pillow talk with my husband. So what do you expect? Who do you expect to be more aware, or to be more knowledgeable, or to be more closer to the presidency than the wife? So that is just what Buhari and his people have turned this country into. And someone say here that Adeboye is a Yoruba man and he can only pretend, just that the word is coming from the mouth of a terrorist who is not innocent of what is going on in the zoo. No one should blame Osinbajo for what we are going through as a nation. He's being frustrated by Buhari and his cabals. Exactly. Pastor Adeboye came out to say every soul is precious to God. The killing must stop. There's nothing wrong with that statement. It is true. It has nothing to do with Osinbajo being a member of Adeboye's church. What the elder statement of Nigeria, north of northern Nigeria, should be thinking and working on is how to stop the insurgents, not justifying the killings by throwing the blames overboard. I don't know what is required for a person to change his mindset. Look, the same people shouting change in 2015 are the same people today shouting change. When PMB bring out his campaign slogan change, whoever has asked him the type of change he's talking about, nobody, because they believe in PMB as messiah to Nigeria, which is not. Every day blaming past administration for our current situation in this country. That is why the situation is getting worse every day. Let this administration stop blaming anyone else. Let them find solutions to the current situation. Everyone is entitled to his opinion and they are making points. Some say shame to those who are seeing what is going on in the country but could not speak, rather condemn those who speak. Did you more formally write him about the development when Buhari does not even know what is happening in Nigeria? How do you expect others to know? Exactly. Because Buhari self is even surprised at the rate at which, things are turning. He's shocked himself. He's very, very surprised himself. So, it's really a sorry state that we have really found ourselves. Someone says, but Buhari, who is the president, does not know, right? Some people just spew whatever they want to say. Is Adeboye the president? How would that stop him from such protest when the only language of your fanatics shedding of a blood? Junaid Mohammed is confused. How should keep quiet? Adeboye, are you protesting to tell us that what is happening in Nigeria is strange to you? Why didn't you protest when your brother Tinubu brought out rogues against Igbo people in Lagos when we voted against this regime? Please go and have your cup of tea. Someone says the Sultan of Sokoto too cannot pretend not to know what is happening in the country. Is it because of the speculations that PMB is dead, or because the man at the end of affairs has no semblance with the Buhari we all know? Remember war against indiscipline. Why? Today, discipline is the order of the day, or indiscipline is the order of the day. And someone say Junaid Mohammed himself is pretending that he does not know that the VP is a figurehead who is prevented by the cabals who have hijacked the affairs of the administration and does not know the and does not allow the VP to have knowledge of most of the affairs going on. Is just floating on top without knowing what goes on below. So just exactly what I have already said. He doesn't know much, and if the wife of the president does not even know much, that he usually comes out on social media to complain to Nigerians. But I believe that the rate at which Nigeria really responded to her, that no, 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 we don't need all this your stuff. Go back and do your homework. We don't need all of those things. Have a pillow talk with your husband. And she came back and told Nigerians, no, I don't have pillow talk with this man because of the job that he's doing. And if really the man has been working according to what he's saying, that the man has been so busy that two of them do not have a pillow talk. All those ones are stories that's that are not really tenable anywhere. Now the so-called person who has been busy with the affairs of this country is now surprised that why things are going the way they are going, that he does not even know. He does not, he's even surprised, he's shocked. You can imagine that kind of a thing. But all we want is that let everything be okay. How they are going to do it is that is not none of our business, because they told us that they have all it takes to put everything in proper perspective. But so far, they've turned everything like somebody, and people have been asking, did you people ask the question in the first place, the meaning of the change, the kind of change they are talking about? We can see the change, but the change is not really palatable. So guys, let's hear your own take concerning what a Junaid Mohammed is accusing Adeboye of. Leave your comments below. Please like, comment, don't forget to subscribe and share to others to get this information. Thank you very much for listening there. Bye.